What is up, everybody? It is me, and today, we're going to be doing What If Deku was Gifted by the Gods Part 2. Now, a lot of you guys requested this, and, you know, seem to enjoy it, and asked, like, 5 of you guys asked for Part 2, so I'm going to actually make a Part 2 to this. I was thinking about canceling it, but then I saw how much you guys liked it, so I decided to redo it. Well, not redo it, but, do a Part 2 to it. And also, I will be redoing some of my older ones, like What If Deku was Iron Man, because I thought I was foolishly, making Deku too overpowered in that one. And I am thinking about redoing the Hulk one too. So yeah. Anyway, like I said before, I had to kind of like get in touch with like My Hero Academia because I did forget a lot of it. So I am not really like knowledge. So what I'm trying to say is I really don't know a lot about My Hero Academia right now. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it because I recorded actually like all of the seasons on the on my cable box, but you know how that goes. So I'm gonna go back and rewatch that later after I make this. So where I left off was Izuku heals Araka and he walks off basically. Now the next day he gets a letter. And I'm at the next week, Izuku gets a letter. Basically, All Might telling him he got into UA and all of that. Basically telling him he got into UA. Also, I forget, did I give him One For All? I don't know, I do not remember, so I'm not going to say I did give it to him, because I don't think I did. Anyway, like I was saying before, basically a letter talking about All Might accepted him into UA. Now, as I was saying before, I keep on saying that. So, a couple of weeks later, Izuku is going to UA. He goes to UA, as he does in a normal anime. He finds the UA classroom, and he says, I wonder what kind of people must be in here to have this giant door. Let's find out. As he opens the door to see Ida yelling at Bakugo for having his feet on the desk. Basically what he sees in a normal anime, a red and white haired kid just sitting there brooding, everybody chit chatting, getting to know each other a little bit, and then Deku walks in the classroom. Everybody stops what they're doing, except for Todoroki and Momo, because I don't think they were in the were they in like the entrance exam or the exam, the reference exam. I don't know what it's called. But basically, I don't think... let's just say Mama was there. She just wasn't, to be spotted. So basically, everybody stops, turns to look at Deku. And, Ida runs up to Deku asking, what is your quirk? What is your quirk? What can you do and how are you this strong? Izuku says, my quirk is called demigod, I guess you could call it. I'm able to do various of elemental attacks. I have super strength, speed, and I can do plenty more than that too. So yeah, nice to meet you. And then they hear a weird noise coming from the desk as they all be quiet and like just looking at this weird man in this weird man wrapped up in a yellowish cocoon, which is really a sleeping bag. And then he gets out of the sleeping bag saying, if you're here to make friends, I suggest you leave. There is no place for kids for heroes who slouch around and are lazy. So if you're here to make friends, leave. But if you're here to stay, follow me to the gyms and put on your gym suits. While walking, Oraka asks why aren't they going to the assembly? Ida says, yeah, why aren't we? See, this is what I'm talking about. Aizawa, because I keep on forgetting their names. Aizawa says, well, this is technically I don't have to follow the rules. I can teach my class the way I want to teach it, and the way I want to teach it right now is I don't want to go to the assembly, so we're going to the gym. And plus, I want to see how strong you kids are. Well, I already saw how one of you strong. I already saw how strong one of you are, and there really isn't no need to really test you there, kid. Izuku says, huh, if they're doing a test, I'd like to do one too. Ozawa says, alright, suit yourself. They go to the locker room, and they get dressed. They come out of the locker room. They come out of the locker room. And Ozawa, as soon as the boys walk out of the locker room, Ozawa tosses Izuku the ball, saying, you got first in the exam, right? So you throw the ball. Izuku says, okay, sure. Izuku says, so go all out, or Ozawa says go all out and don't hold anything back. Izuku says, okay, don't say I didn't warn you, but if I were you, I'd step back. Ozawa says, what, why? Oh, right. As he tells the kid to back up a little bit, because let's just say Ozawa was like looking and seeing, like basically like was watching to see who was worthy of him teaching and who had the most potential and might make it into class 1A. And that's when he saw Izuku, and he saw how strong Izuku was, and he knows basically how strong Izuku really is, and how strong he like is. So Izuku says, spiral lightning throw, as he throws the ball with a jolt of electricity coming behind him, basically like shocking the ground like beneath him, but like sending like a giant shock wave. It throwing the ball, breaking the sound barrier at least twice. Everybody cannot believe what they just saw. They just saw the sound barrier break twice in a row, and this kid just demolished the ground underneath him. Izuku said, I told you to back up, didn't I? And now you see why. Because my Quirk is... This is now the reason... This is the reason why they call my Quirk the demigod. I have a special power indeed. I don't know why I have it, just... I know this... No. Izuku explains his Quirk to the other class, but in his head he was saying these words. I don't even think this is a Quirk. Is it, or is it just some random power I was gifted? The doctor said I was quirkless, but this power, it's a quirk, isn't it? I don't know. I can tell I'm different from the others. I feel like I have a duty, something I need to be doing. Basically, and then we skip Deku's point of view, and we head over to our main villain of the story. I believe I named him Dante or Deshay or something like that. Yeah, let's say I named him Dante. So Dante is walking down the street, pickpocketing people, as he says, it's these stupid, disgusting roaches. All they do is spend their money on themselves instead of helping those around them. That one guy that rich old man just walked past that homeless person. This really pisses me off. If I could, I'd destroy this whole city within an instant. As then, he is approached by a man in the back of an alleyway. The man says, hello there. The name's Shigaraki, and we've been watching you for a while. Dante says, oh yeah? What you want? You looking for a fight? You're a hero? Shigaraki says, no, actually, we're the exact opposite of heroes. We're villains, and we would like to recruit you. And the kid says, oh really? And why would I join you? To kill All Might. Hearing this got Dante a bit excited, because he's always wanted to fight All Might, or at least take him down, or at least kill him, because one, he doesn't like All Might. He thinks All Might is scum, and he really hates All Might for no reason. I don't know why. And also, he just really has a destructive nature, as he wants to destroy everything. Dante says, Okay, you piqued my interest. So tell me more about your plan. He says, Shigaraki says, come with me and we'll tell you everything. As in, we go back to Deku's point of view. Deku passed the test with flying colors, getting number 1 and everything, including the ball throw. Because he actually broke the machine and they had to use a different one. Izuku was always so caught up in his thoughts that this caught the notice of Uraraka. She went up and asked him, so, what are you thinking? What are you thinking about? Izuku sits down, it's like nothing much. Izuku says, well, I think I can trust you. It's just, the thing is, when I was little, the doctor diagnosed me as quirkless, you see? And I don't even think this is a quirk. I think this is some weird kind of power. And I just feel like I have something I need to do. A purpose. That I was gifted these powers for a reason. But I don't know what. Uraraka says, well, don't think about it too hard. If you feel that way, then find that reason. Find the reason you were gifted these powers. Deku says, thanks. Thanks a lot. As Awazawa gets up saying, well, everybody, let's head back to class, and then you can do what you want for the rest of the day. Get to know each other, I don't care. So the end of the day comes, and the end of the day comes, and Izuku goes home with a feeling a bit of purpose. He says to himself, I do have a purpose. I do have something I need to do. As he comes to a realization with himself, as he stops in the middle of the street saying, I know what I need to do. I need to protect my city. I need to protect my home. I need to protect the world. But from what I don't know, I can just feel something coming. A dangerous enemy who I must give it all to stop. And with that being said, this sends a chill down Dante's spine as he says, oh, I can feel something's going to get interesting. Something interesting really is going to happen. As he has this menacing, evil smile on his face. My bad, guys. Izuku says, well, whatever it is. Dante says, well, whatever it is, I'm going to kill him. Dante says, whatever it is, I'm going to kill it. And Deku says, whatever it is, I'm going to stop it. As they said at the exact same time. With that being said, well, I was going to end the video off here, but I decided to keep it going for a little bit longer. So the next day, Izuku gets ready for school again. As he heads off, he kisses Mom on the forehead saying, well, Mom, I'm finna head off to school. See you later. Inko says, okay, honey, see you later. As Izuku goes to school. Izuku is walking throughout the streets on his way back to school. And so, on the other side of the street, he feels a weird presence. Something that feels similar to his power, but more demonic. As Dante feels a weird presence near him. But something similar to his power, but more angelic, more holy. They both look across the street. They lock eyes. They can tell that something's off, and one of the other should. As Dante and Deku remember what they felt yesterday, as they death stare each other. Izuku decides to walk off because he doesn't want to cause any tension between the street, any tension between the humans, and not between the humans, but basically he doesn't want to destroy the city because he knows what his power is, and if this guy has these similar powers as him, he needs to watch out. Dante, on the other hand, is ready to destroy the city, but then Shigaraki says, no, we need to go. Whoever that boy is, ignore him for now. From the looks of it, he's a UA student, and we'll be seeing him very soon. So I'm guarantee you'll get to meet him. Dante says, okay. And now, everybody, we're going to actually be leaving Izuku for a little bit. Don't get mad, but we're going to be leaving Izuku for a little bit. So Dante and Shigaraki walks off and heading down to the bar. Shigaraki says, well, Dante, we're going to be testing how strong you are and what value you could place to this team. Dante says, you'll find I'm very strong. As then they hear a voice coming from the door saying, let's wait. Was All For One was All For One in the hospital during this time? I don't know, but let's just say he wasn't. So then All For One comes out of the door saying, let's hope so. No. Actually, no. So Shigaraki would take... No, instead of going to the bar, Shigaraki would take Dante to, like, where All For One is. I think he'd still be healing at this time, because if he wasn't, he'd attack... I think he'd attack UA much sooner. So let's just say he is, he's still healing at this time. So, Shigaraki takes Dante down to All For One saying, boss, we found a new recruit. All For One says, well then, test him to see how strong he is, and if he could place a good value, and if not, I shall give him one of my quirks to make him useful. Because what All For One was thinking is, he basically already came up with like the Nomu plan. So he was thinking if this kid basically has no value to him, he'd just turn him into a Nomu. So Shigaraki basically has does a test for Dante. If Dante can survive, let's just say they have like basically a robot with them, and if Dante can survive being crushed, or basically can beat this robot with minimal ease, then he is useful. If he has a bit of trouble, even a slightest bit of trouble, he's basically being turned into a Nomu. So the robot is designed to attack Dante. Dante says, really? Is this all you have for me? Hellblaze. As all of a sudden, the robot combusts in black flames, devouring all of the robot. Shigaraki says, what? Kid, what's your quirk? Dante says, I don't know what my quirk is, but I can tell you one thing for sure is, I'm probably stronger than everybody in this room. Shigaraki laughs, saying, you stronger than the boss? That's not happening. There's nobody other than All Might who is remotely more powerful than a boss. Basically, Shigaraki says, well then, if you think you're more powerful than a boss, let's see you handle the boss. All For One says, is he really that strong? Let's test it. As All For One takes like a temporary, as he like connected to like the thing that's keeping him alive, basically he's connected to it, as he's like has like wires coming out of the back of his helmet connected to like this giant machine that's stabilized, that's like trying to get his stuff to be stabilized. All For One gets up saying, well, let's see if you can handle me. As All For One uses one of his emitter quirks to basically like move the ground, sending multiple rocks towards Dante. Dante would easily say, if that's how strong you really are, then you're pathetic, as he smashed the boulder with his bare hands. All For One would then create an arm, turn his arm to what he did as he was fighting All Might, as he extended towards Dante. Dante would grab the arm, saying, whoa, I can feel this. You actually made me tickle. As he punched the arm, basically doing way more damage than All Might could ever do. He didn't really use his full power. Let's say he used 25% of it, as he'd blow the arm back towards All For One. All for One says, huh, this kid's no joke. Shigaraki, cancel Project Nomu. I think we found something way more powerful than a Nomu. All Might was said, cancel Project. Wait, never mind, don't cancel it, but put it on hold. I think we might have a key to defeating All Might really soon. As All for One would get back on his little healing chamber, as Dante would get approved by Shigaraki and All for One, basically that Dante is All for One confirmed that Dante is stronger than All Might by a long shot. Shigaraki cannot believe what he was hearing and was kind of curious to know what this kid Quirk is. So we skip off of them, basically. As now we skip back to Izuku. Izuku just getting into class. He sits down saying, he walks into class saying, "What's up, everybody?" As Uraraka would wave and Ida would get up saying, "What's up? Hello there, Izuku. How have your day been?" As then they'd hear something coming from down the hall. As then the door busts open saying, "I'm walking through the door like a normal person." As they would see the number one hero, All Might. All Might would say, "Hello everybody, it's me, All Might, and today we're going to be doing a test. Let's just, I forgot. Kirishima would ask, Are we going to get expelled if we fail this test, like with Mr. Aizawa?" All Might says, "No, you will not. But, however, we are just going to be doing a simple hero versus villains test. 2 people will be on the hero's team, 2 people will be on the villain's team, and whoever takes out the other wins. It's nothing but a fun little test to see where you stand against each other." Deku says, "All right, this should be fun." As Izuku and Uraraka was placed against Bakugo and Ida. Now, Bakugo at this, I think I need to go rewatch part 1 of this because I don't know how Bakugo would act towards Deku, because I kind of forgot, because it's been a long time. Basically, you know what I'm saying? I kind of forgot about part 1 of this, so let's just say Bakugo still has like his old attitude. So Bakugo would basically do what he did in the anime, exploding towards Deku. Deku would tell Uraraka to go hide behind the wall, as he can handle Bakugo. It'll be a piece of cake. Bakugo sees Deku saying, "Die! Die!" as he let off 2 big explosions. Deku at this point would say, "Bakugo, this is never going to end. Just accept it. I'm stronger than you. Always will be, always has been. Always will be and always have been." Bakugo says, "Shut up, nerd. You'll never be stronger than me." As he sent off 2 more explosions, Deku would then block off these explosions, saying, "If that's the case, then I'm sorry." As Deku would then set off. Deku would stomp his feet on the ground, with the floor grabbing Bakugo's foot, and then holding him from the neck. Basically, you can only see his head. The rest of his body is covered by earth. Deku says, "Well, you tried at least." Bakugo says, "If you don't let me out of here, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to make you regret the day you were born. Get me out of here." Deku would say, not so fast. You can get out when we get the bomb." Deku would say, "All right, Uraraka, let's go." As Uraraka and Deku would head up to the bomb, Ida would say, "Halt there, hero. Halt there, hero. You will never get to our bomb. You will never get to the bomb. We will stop."